Good morning. Welcome to the More Factor. Today we're going to talk about Napoleon Hill's top 3 success principles. I'm Frederick Groth, and I enjoy helping people overcome life's problems through teaching of life skills and success principles. Good morning. Welcome. So we're going to talk about Napoleon Hill's top 3 success principles. I started to go through a course that he had put together many years ago, probably 60 or 70 years ago. And the principles still hold true today. And I went through one of his exercises, which lists all 15 of the success principles that he discusses in this book, and then lists the top people of his day, such as Henry Ford and Thomas Edison, and a bunch, about 10 or 15 other people that were quite successful, and a couple that were not successful. And he lists them and then scores them based on the success principles that he has. And in doing that this morning, myself, I realized that I'm below the average. And it seems that the people that are most successful seem to have 70% rate of application of these principles. I'm down in the 60%. So I got a ways to grow and learn, which is good to know. But this morning I want to talk about the top 3. And I've kind of been preaching a couple of these and trying to live them. And one of them I'm not doing so well on. So what are they? Number 1, he calls it a chief definite aim. What have I been preaching? Life purpose. Life purpose, life purpose. Same thing. Number 2, self-confidence. I'm developing a lot more of that. And number 3, a habit of saving. A habit of saving. Now, don't get me wrong, I do save. We're doing quite well in saving for our children's schooling. I've got 5 children, and so the RESP payment that we have every month is fairly hefty. But I'm not really saving anything for myself, for my own retirement, and in my business. And that, my friend, is where I got one of my lowest scores, and I marked myself a 2 out of 10. Because, yes, I'm making sure that my children are going to have a good education if they want it when they get out of high school. But what is that doing to help myself, my family, my goals, my wife and I's retirement? It's not helping it at all. So that is something I've got to work on desperately. And one thing I noticed, that in all of my studies and all of my training, all of the most successful people that have started from probably, I think everybody I've worked with and studied has started from nothing. They all preach saving. Whether you save $1 a day, $10 a month, they all preach saving. You have to save some money aside that you can either reinvest later on or use as collateral for something else. Saving. Next is, and I'm working from the bottom to the top, as you notice. Next was self-confidence. As a child, I did not have a lot of self-confidence. And I am an introvert. And I know that doing these videos and people seeing me around as a preacher and a business owner and putting myself out there as a professional clown with my partner Cookie the Clown, it does not look like I'm an introvert. That is something I have worked on greatly throughout my life. And I've realized that there are some things that I am good at. And I try to portray myself as confident in those things. Recently I did a balloon decorating job. And when I started to decorate using balloons, I was just learning how to be a clown and a balloon artist, let alone a balloon decorator. And I got a call from someone that said, we need a bunch of Canadian Tires. They're doing retrofits, renovating their stores, and they're going to have grand openings, and we're going to need someone to go in and decorate. Can you do it? And I just said, sure. I portrayed confidence above my ability. And then I went on YouTube and learned a whole bunch of techniques. Got my buddies together. We practiced a couple techniques, and we got it down. We walked into the stores as if we knew what we were doing, and we did an awesome job. Why? It isn't because we had the skill. We had some knowledge, and we had some skill. We had never done it before because we walked in with confidence. They don't know that we don't know what we're doing, but the confidence in our own ability gave us the ability to do it. So we really must learn to work on self-confidence. You can really do anything if you put your mind to it and you work really hard. You can develop self-confidence. And there are techniques that we can learn to help portray our confidence a little more, depending on how we shake our hand, how we look at someone, how we speak to them. And we don't really have time to get into all that. But the fact is, it is a skill we can learn. It is an emotional response to our own self that we can learn that will help us in life and help us to succeed. And finally, getting back to a definite, personal, definite aim. Chief aim. A life purpose. I'm sorry, folks, but I really believe in life purpose. I briefly talked about it before, and I think I said I was going to talk about it one day this week. But I went through 5 years of depression. Didn't really know what I was going through until something woke me up and realized, I'm not in a good place. I'm not in a good state. And so I went to work and tried to find a way out of it. I tried to find a way back to myself. And self-help and self-help guys and personal development guys, I studied and learned and bought courses and all this kind of stuff. And it was when I discovered two things. Number one, what is my current values, my highest values currently? And when I realized that some of my values did not line up with my long-term goals, that something needed to change. And then, coupled with that, I went through a program that helped me discover my life purpose. And I given links out for a book that I put together with some of these things in it, a free download to help you find your life purpose. It was that moment when I realized what I was born to do, what I was born to be, that helped me wake up and start implementing the success principles into my own life. And it helped change everything. Within a couple short months, I was a completely different person. You can ask my wife and my children. My business started turning around. I still struggle with my business. I've got a few issues that got to be worked out, but it's a lot better than it was. Okay, so we've got to have a definite life purpose. We need to develop self-confidence in ourselves. And for goodness sake, people, we've got to stop spending so much money. We've got to save some money. We've got to put it aside. Someone said in the past that we need to have 3 months of pay set aside as an emergency fund. That's besides even our regular savings plan. And then I watched another lady, I think she was a financial advisor, and she said, no, 3 months is not enough. It needs to be at least 1 full year worth of income set aside. That's the emergency fund. Because sometimes it takes more than 3 months to find another job or start a business or whatever the case may be. I can tell you right now, I don't have an emergency fund, and it is not good. And emergency comes up, what happens? I'm stuck. So, implementing an emergency savings plan is high on my priority list right now. And it should be on yours too. So, as you watch these videos, I'm hoping that you're learning something and you want to grow as well. So let's grow together. Let's get our average up above the 70% mark on the success principles, and let's succeed together. Because I believe that everybody has the same opportunity to succeed. It doesn't matter about the economy. It doesn't matter about the business. It doesn't matter about what's going on in the world in general. Everyone has the same opportunity to succeed in life. If you'll put your mind to it, get your life purpose, get some self-confidence, and start putting some money away. Thank you for watching. God bless, and we will see you on the More Factor tomorrow.